Hello everybody, it's Talscar here, and I'd like to say Happy New Year to everybody. This year's been pretty hard, and the next year is going to be even harder again for what I've got left to do in my schooling and studying for before moving on to university or TAFE. Now, the issues I have faced these last few weeks have been tough. They still are, and it's still continuing. So I have to deal with more and more issues every now and then. I hope you can see this thing that I'm showing you right now. It's on a continuous loop. It's my Talcom Studios logo thingy. The animation, it's in media play. It's been fully rendered out, so it's at its maximum graphical capability. I've got to go through it and fix it. Up here for you, I'm going to try and do this according to what you guys can see. Up here you can probably see a green leg that's just straight out shown. You can see there's cracks in the middle of the screen on the hexagon, which shouldn't actually visibly be there at all. And there's some other problems, but I think it's good enough. Apart from those little issues, I think I like it. I might want to clean it up a little bit, make all the letters a little bit more realistic. So basically what I will probably do is I'll probably make a few different shapes and cut them out nice and neatly as possible. I don't know what I've got to say exactly, but it's very hard to try and make custom letters, especially since I wanted to do an effect with a crater inside of the letters and it was black, like the hexagon, like doing that sort of effect. Now, I've had my teacher say that my spanner here is awesome because the hexagon is green. You could turn it into a green screen and use that to put a video behind the spanner, or a video on an angle like this, here and here, show stuff that I'm doing or what I'm going to be doing. Now, the bad news is I haven't actually been able to render any videos out. I've used Lightworks because I used to have apparently a counterfeit software on my computer, which was Sony Vegas, and I couldn't afford it anyway, so I was stuck using it, and I didn't feel good about using it because I didn't pay for it. And it was one of the things that held me back from wanting to do anything. Now, oh yes, and another thing with the spanner. Over here you can see the spanner, and you'll see the nut, and it doesn't really merge together perfectly and smooth. It's kind of bumpy. Anyway. Today's the New Year's Day. It's 12:20. My goals for this year are to be as successful as I can possibly be and try to build some happiness in my life somehow. Because at the moment I am very miserable and I'm not very happy. And I feel much more secure with the glasses on when I do these videos at the moment because of being judged. I have friends who come up and brag to me a lot about a lot of different things, like how they have like their money, and they say first of all, oh, we're poorer than you, and then now they're saying, oh, we're richer than you, and now they don't want to be my friend just because I couldn't afford presents this year and I bought them so many games. They said they were going to buy me a game and they made me very upset. I helped them one last time with a hack. They were like, what? When I was asking them if we can play a game. And they just set my trigger off and I got mad. I removed it from my friends list and it's permanent. And that friend was mine for 3 years. There's still another friendship that's longer, that's still going, but that's my longest held so far. Friendship length. So, I would like to show you to use what I've actually bought now. if you can see my screen at all, I have bought the software that I've really wanted. Now, costs and all that are a pain. As you can see, it says it's apparently going to be $61.01. It cost me $77.79, and that is actually 1/3 of my money I made for from Christmas. So not exactly, it's a little bit less than 1/3, but still I treat it like 1/3. I hope to make some sort of success through YouTube, but at the rates that people actually enjoy my content. I don't want to use it if it's not going to make people be enjoying anything. So I'm kind of an imitator of some people in some sense, but in other sense, forgive me, I am tired. I've been changing my sleeping patterns. Basically, my sleeping patterns changed about 3 hours just from 2 nights. In the last 2 nights, I've changed my sleeping pattern pretty big. 3 hours. So now I have to go to bed, and it should fix me up a bit in the morning. I really don't know what I can say other than I can't wait till the middle of January, roughly, when I get this software. I'll have to sign for it because it'll come in my name. It'll come as Talscar, possibly. And my mum cannot pick up anything in my names. Either of them. Yeah, I can because, yeah, those are my names. So, yeah. I really want to do a few things. One is have a nice intro and a nice outro and all this other stuff. And I also want to set it up correctly, my computers, so I can do the recordings. Forgive me, I am tired. I've said that like 2-3 times already. The yawning. I feel like I've got an itch in my ear, but it's actually normally in my throat. So, I know not many of you are actually watching my content, and I know some of you are not going to care much about what I'm doing right this second, but if I can achieve something next year, I pray that it actually brings me some good feelings, because good feelings is something that I feel like I need right now. A reason being is because I'm always apparently wrong when I'm right. Today we had a barbecue, and one of the gas burners completely turned itself off, and I kind of panicked and turned off the whole barbecue. I talked to my dad and let him know, and he has a go at me and gets really cranky at me and says, "You're a stupid person, you're dumb. You should have just got the lighter and lit it back up. That's what a smart engineer would do." Well, he wants to brag about that. It hurts my feelings, but I look at it this way. He was machining his heads on the then buy machine we have. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly or how it's written, but Den Big. I'm pretty sure it's this machine. It's a milling machine. It's a vertical milling machine, so it's like this. Hang on. Is it vertical? No, vertical is up and down. It's horizontal. Each machine's along the plane. So then by mill, and I'm pretty sure it's a horizontal mill. So this is the machine that I was telling you about. This will probably go to the pictures, the legitimate pictures. Ours is not that color; it's the original thing. It won't even visit the image. Come on, view the image already. But anyway, this machine. My dad used this machine to cut Facey's heads and his exhaust manifolds, and that's all they could really do on his machine. And what happened was the cutter was cutting deeper on one side than the other, and he tried to line up the side that had this. Wow, it was the furthest cut away. Basically, if I put a cylinder here, as in this is my cutter, and I was to cut, basically my plane being my hand, this is how it was cutting, and he was measuring between this point here and the plane that he wanted to cut. So he was cutting a part where he didn't notice he's cutting 3 mil too much, and I pointed out to him that he was cutting way too much. So technically, he can tell me I was stupid with the gas, but if he wants to brag about how he's a great engineer's precision, he made that mistake and I was able to see it. Now, I don't have experience behind me, but I can see things that some people can't. In fact, I gave my dad the ideas to do the last cut on his head, and he did it his own way, which was completely different. But the last thing is, when we were talking about his heads, I came up with a universal idea to do the injector manifold, and he wants to have 50 million plates, and I just want to have one plate and the end, and that be the end of it. Whereas he wants 50 plates just to do one job. It's kind of stupid. 50 plates is more solid than a universal, but then again, you're only doing light cuts, so what's the point in complaining? He liked my idea, but he didn't like it because it doesn't sound solid, it doesn't look solid or anything when he thinks about it. Anywho, I'm hoping to possibly next year be able to interact with some other good YouTubers that aren't too young. And the reason I say too young is because some of them just go nuts, or some of them aren't actually really real YouTubers or anything. They do YouTube videos, but they think that their content's always better. It's not about whose content is better, it's whose is more detailed, whose is the funnest to watch, whose is the most enjoyable. I don't want to watch a colourful intro that's full of squiggly lines. I mean, I could just do that if I wanted to, no problem. In fact, I have something hiding somewhere, Starry. If I look on the desktop for Starry, I'm pretty sure that's the right word. If I show you this is technically what I mean. That was my first idea that I made up, and it was sped up. The original, I'm not sure if that's the original or not, but the original was actually sped up. Play speed settings. That's probably it anyway. But this is what I mean. It's a speed paint run thingy. I made this one. I'm not an artist, but I did it anyway. And it worked out in my favor. It looks pretty good. But it's something that not everyone wants to just watch. They see you're an artist in some sense, but other sense, no. This had loads of planes, by the way. I enjoyed it to a certain degree, but it's not something I'd say viewers want to watch. I mean, it's interesting, it's cool, it's a good part to have some sort of artistic part. Like, you use this to say, hey, this is an artistic video. You want to watch it? This is what it tells you, it's an artistic video. You have an intro to say artistic video, you say it's an intro for a mechanical intro, like mechanical things. The spanner and the nut represent to me putting something together in some sense, or undoing something. So basically putting something together as to construct or disassemble, such as to assemble a box, to assemble a green screen, or make your own green screen. It's creativity. But Wow, that's weird. But anyway, I'll upload this video as soon as I can. And hope you guys enjoy the video. If so, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys later. And I'll try to change my act in the next year. I am so tired and stuffed. Oh, and the last thing I'll say, guys, I can't even edit this video. Basically, the problem I have is I have no software that works. I could show you that I do have Lightworks, but it's 720p. Lightworks is not full version anyway. I like full version software because it works. So I'm sorry, Markiplier, for that picture I just took it because you twisted your eyeballs and I trolled people a little bit. Trolling as in, that's not you. And what am I looking for? Lightworks, that's right. I could just drag this video and drop it in Lightworks and render it out. But Lightworks isn't that great. You know, I'm gonna just screw this. And I can't wait until the software gets here. I don't know what else I can say other than my green light game thingy isn't very successful, but I do have art in it that I've actually done. I wish some people would like it, but nah. Google Maps has a weird glitch, as you can see right there. It's the back of the truck. The back of the truck is on the floor. I gotta show my bro so he could report it or whatever. And he'll win something just because, what's this say? I have no idea what this says. This guy's off my friends list, this guy's off my friends list, I think this one is, and so many others. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is the official goodbye. And the last thing I'll say is, thank you if you do support me. Thank you if you do watch my content, and thank you if you do enjoy it. And I apologize for the crap that I'm giving you now and not actually making content, so I'll see you guys in the future, maybe. And we might interact one day. But that's completely up to myself and you, whether we want to or not. Anyway, bye bye, this can't be edited, so yeah, see ya.